Hi, and welcome to Google Earth Training. We're going to be talking about web map service overlays for Google Earth. So the purpose of this is to show you how to expand the capabilities of Google Earth by introducing overlays like lidar, soils, geology, hydrology, historical imagery from public online sources. So the reason for this is to better use Google Earth for research, planning, mapping, analysis, you name it. This is pretty cool stuff. So some tools that you'll need Google Earth Pro for the Mac or Windows or Linux. So download that if you don't already have it. You'll also need an online GIS source of information. So usually this is a college or a state or a federal website that stores GIS services that you can link to. This is usually used in ArcGIS, but Google Earth can take advantage of it as well. So a couple things to note is that Google Earth doesn't support feature servers. Those are vector information. So what you're looking at now in Google Earth, that the background is a satellite image. That's just an image, little ones and zeros, and images are raster. The line around this preserve that you see here is a vector. It's points on that you tell Google Earth to apply to create a polyline or a polygon, and that's actually a vector feature. We're only dealing with rasters, so you really need only an image server or a map server link to do what we're about to do today. And feature servers are not supported, so vectors are not supported. So here are some of the steps that we're going to need to go through. Let's go ahead and first create a place to store your overlays in a folder so you don't lose them. So right now, I have a bunch of folders in Google Earth in my places. To create a folder for something, you just right click either on my places or inside another folder that you've created and just say add folder. Name the folder when the pop-up comes up and go ahead and remember that name so you can reference it in the future with other properties that you want to work with. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add an image overlay. So I really want lidar for this property, so we're going to go ahead and do lidar. So we'll add an image overlay. That's the fourth one over after the little sidebar turn on and off button. It looks like two boxes, one overlaid on top of the other with a little plus icon. You can also add it by clicking add and then image overlay, but I like it this way. And make sure that your folder that you want to add it to is selected so you don't have to hunt around for it, and it'll add it in that folder. So let's call this lidar. Let's call it lidar hillshade. And you'll see why I'm going to be doing that in a second. So now it's asking for to browse for an image, but we don't want to browse for a local image on our computer. We actually want to link to a server on the internet. And the way that you can do this is by clicking on the refresh button. Very easy to understand there. I have no idea why they put it in refresh. But in the refresh tab here under the new image overlay, you have a little button down here hidden away that says WMS parameters. So that's web map service parameters. And when you click on it, it's going to ask you for an image server. And what we're going to do is go ahead and we need to find a location online that will give us a server that we can pull these overlays from. And one of them that I have done is the University of Connecticut. It has this wonderful CT Eco website that allows you to connect to a bunch of stuff. And I'll show you that in a second. Other sources are your state's Department of Energy and Environment website. State Deep has really good. Federal is good. And there are tons of different sources for web map services that you can use these on. But let's go ahead and click on Map Services. And here's all the data that we can grab and put into Google Earth. Let's do elevation layers from 2023. So I'm dealing with lidar and hillshade, and that's part of an elevation service. So here's hillshade from the statewide 2023 DEM. That is what I want. It's a newer version than I have on Google Earth now. And you can see here, it gives you a link to, it says the college's name, it's a raster, it's a REST service, and it's an image server. And that's what we want to see. We want to see that image server or map server. When we click on this, it's going to take us to the actual server's details of what the capabilities for this service is. And all this stuff looks bizarre, but don't worry about it. You don't need to understand a lot of this stuff. But up at the very top, you can see here it says JSON SOAP or WMS. That's what you want, WMS, the Windows Map or Web Map Service. This is actually the server responding with what you can do. It's a computer talking to a computer. This file tells the reading computer what to do. And what you want right here is this link right here. And if you copy and paste this, copy, and we paste it into Google Earth, you can go ahead and click on add. I have already done this, but we'll do it again. Add this here in the URL for the link that you copied. And then, let's see, there it is. Actually, I already did this, but let's try it. There we go. So this is what you would normally see. If it doesn't work, you'll see it failed, and you might have typed something in incorrectly with the URL. But what you want to see is image server and then / WMS server, or it could be a map server, WMS server. But here it's saying, okay, here are the available layers, hillshade. Do you want to add those? So go ahead and click on add. And when you click on OK, it automatically updates with a lidar view of what you're seeing now. And that's really cool. The other things that are set here are when you move around, this will move with you. And after a few seconds, it's going to refresh the image to what's actually below it. So if we click on OK and we move this up here, you can see the image isn't there, but then suddenly it is now up here. And this is what lidar underneath it looks like. So that's how you do a lighter hillshade WMS layer in Google Earth. It's really useful, and we're going to go over how you can use this in the context of conservation and mapping and things like that in a bit. Feel free to email me or comment if you have any questions. This is Tim Hunter, Sharon Land Trust, and thanks for watching.